fine. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I wanted to showcase that we do actually have a George Foreman grill.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I feel like people were not taking us seriously when we announced that we were going to have one. This I actually ordered by accident. I put it in the Amazon cart on the last office quiz. And I was like, nah, that's kind of a silly prize. We'll have That's What She Said instead. And then somehow it got added and it's been sitting in our house for like the last 2 months. So we're finally giving it away. 150th place. I just randomly picked. We haven't done that before. It's normally like top 10, best team name. But today, 150th place. Can you play some music, please? Still.
I'm answering messages.
So yeah, we have one of those to give away. If you're the lucky 150th placed winner. My name is Ryan. This is Naomi. We are your hosts tonight for the office quiz. I know when we do our theme nights, we get a lot of new players. So welcome, guys. If it's your first time playing our virtual quiz, we appreciate the business. We have 2 copies of That's What She Said to give away. One is going to our best team name, and then we're going to give one away in our feed, and we haven't figured out how we're going to do that yet. We totally didn't talk about that. So we need to figure out a creative way to give that away and to get you guys to comment. So yeah, what I might do is open it, and then... No, that's not going to work. Okay. All right. So thank you guys for joining us. If you haven't played the quiz before, ideally you should have 2 windows, one to stream us from or your friends from. Some people choose one or the other if they're playing on a team virtually. It's kind of hard to have us and like a Zoom window up with your friends. So it's one or the other. And then the MyQuiz website where the game is being hosted. If you don't have the code for the quiz, first things first, please inbox us on Facebook. Naomi is sitting by a second computer right now answering any queries that people have. This has happened to a couple of people tonight, which is kind of weird. Stu says, I typed in my code and it says the quiz is finished. Log out, log back in and type the code in again, and then it should work. You might have to do that a couple of times. Someone else said that works for them. I don't know why that's the case. Tell us what you're drinking and where you're playing from, guys. We're in Milwaukee here. I'm drinking a Flysian Dayglow IPA tonight. We only had like 3 beers left in our fridge, so we'll crack one of those open. Tell us who your favorite office character is as well, okay? Could be anyone. One thing we do in our polls here is in our polls... Oh, what the hell just happened? It just cut off. Seriously. Okay, I don't know what happened there, guys. We went off air for a second. Tell us who your favorite office character is, where you're playing from, what you're drinking. We like to hear about people, about different people. We've had people from all over the country playing, so we want to kind of hear from you guys and see where everyone's playing from. I have some like water on my screen. I think that's why it cut out there on my thing. We're kind of a hot mess tonight, guys, as you can tell. Okay, let's throw a poll up. Which couple? Worst couple? We run polls in our Facebook live feed, guys. We don't read the questions for those newbies because there is like a 10 to 12 second delay and you only have 25 seconds to answer questions. So we're kind of here for moral support and to drink and to just talk about the topic at hand, which obviously tonight is The Office. Stu says he fat-fingered the code and typed it in wrong. So that's what his problem was. Okay, that's good to know. Who's the worst couple? Michael and Jan, Ryan and Kelly, Jim and Karen, Angela and Andy. These are just for fun, guys. We're going to figure out a creative way to give away our That's What She Said game. So normally we get people to comment. We totally were not prepared for this tonight because it's been kind of a bit of a shit show here at the Quizmaster headquarters. We got Hillary and Stevens Point drinking Bougie by Liontail. Favorite is Creed. Yes, Hillary. That's my favorite character too. We can have a drink together for sure. Ron saying Dwight, obviously. Adam saying we need a drive-through beer pickup because we're low on beer. That would be helpful. Cassandra saying Dwight. Laura saying Jim. We've got Kelsey, regular contributor. Thanks for coming back, Kelsey. So in Sun Prairie, drinking Crispin Original Dwight is her favorite. We have Creed. Says Jamie. Kelly saying Mose. Is that a character? Who is that? Did I miss something? I might be confused. I don't know if that's a typo. Our favorite characters are Jim and Dwight, says Maddie, playing from Seattle. Cheers, Maddie. Thanks for playing.
Who's this guy?
Oh, okay. Oh, he's one of Dwight's like cousins, I think. Yeah, he's like got the Amish beard. We need to give away this game though. So Google minor office characters because we did this on Sunday. We had our Star Wars quiz and we wrote down the name of a character and people basically had to guess who that character was. And yeah, whoever got it first got a copy of Star Wars Monopoly. Tonight we're giving away this That's What She Said game, which is basically like Cards Against Humanity, kind of similar concept, but obviously it fits our theme a little better than Cards does. So yeah, if you haven't played the quiz before, guys, it's really straightforward. The website takes care of all the scoring. You'll see a live leaderboard on the right-hand side. A couple of things to note, okay? One, when you click on an answer that's 4 multiple choice answers, every question has 4 multiple choice answers. Once you click on an answer, you cannot unselect it. So be sure that that is the answer that you want. There are no extra points for answering quicker. So if you haven't played since our last office quiz, like 2 months ago, a few things have changed. We did used to have like extra points for answering faster, but it was only for the top 3 teams out of 300. We thought that was kind of unfair, and the fact that internet connection speed seemed to favor some people over others. So, yeah, no extra points for speed. Some questions are worth more than others, 5, 6, or 7 points, depending on difficulty, depending on Googleability. That's to my discretion. It's a new word that I've been using. Googleability. So yeah, also the clock here is counting down to 0. That is an approximate timer. I have control of the start button, so don't freak out if it goes to 0 and it doesn't start right away. We're normally kind of blabbering on here about the game and about the topic at hand. Scroll up, please. I want to see some people. So yeah, we're going to figure out how to give away this That's What She Said game because we were totally unprepared. Keep going, lady. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, keep going. Sorry, guys. This is totally... Okay, I know who it's going to be. Okay. All right, guys. So we're going to give away a copy of That's What She Said. Tell us who your favorite office character is, and then tell us which character you think we have written down on the post-it note. Just for fun, just so we can get some comments in our feed here. It kind of helps our page get boosted a little bit. So... we've got Kayla in West Bend drinking lemonade. I love Mose. We've got Julie in Greenfield, Wisconsin saying Dwight. We've got Melina playing from Minneapolis drinking all the rosé. You're a pretty good cat, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah, you painted. Naomi has painted her face for 3 other virtual quizzes. You did it for Friends.
Yeah.
There was at least one other one.
Yeah. Oh, the Beatles I painted.
Oh, that's right. A mustache
Yeah.
on. Okay, we've got Nicole and Stevens Point. Cassandra's favorite character is Kelly. We've got Denise playing from Baltimore, Maryland. You may be our first Baltimore person, Denise. Thank you for coming and joining us for this quiz tonight. We will get to some more comments in a minute. We run a different poll after every round. So our first category today, let's go over to our other screen. I know the clock's at 0 here. We're totally unprepared. It's called Do the Scan. We're at Michael's favorite authentic pizza joint, Sbarro. Clearly, this is the best Sbarro picture I could find. It's all right. So, yeah. If you have any questions, guys, if you haven't got the code yet, inbox us. Don't write in the comments because we can't really reply, and there's so many comments we can't get to them. So, tell us your favorite office character and the name of the character we have written down here and you could win a copy of That's What She Said. We're going to go over to this screen. My name is Ryan, this is Naomi, and here's the quiz tonight, guys. Our first category is all about Michael Scott. Here we go. There is a delay. First few questions here should be relatively easy, I would say. We like to kind of ease people into the game to begin with, and then we will have a picture round, and we do also have a video round, which is kind of a new thing for us. We did our first video round just over a week ago, something that was a work in progress. I think we figured out most of the kinks. We had a problem with our Harry Potter quiz where people didn't have enough time because the videos were taking a while to load. So we've given people more time to answer the video questions, and that will be the same tonight. Okay, Denise is saying the Senator. Rebecca's saying Clark. Jordan saying she think I wrote down Roy. Tracy saying Hunter, Jan's assistant, excuse me. Hillary from Advanced Refrigeration. The Pretzel Day guy says Carrie. Nicholas is saying victim. Josie is saying Hank, the security guard. Nicole is saying Rockman. Nicole is saying Hunter, the assistant. Craig is saying Creed. Creed is my favorite character, if that's what you meant. Who else here? Maddie saying Meredith. Timothy saying Todd Packer. Well hung. Michelle Mose. Kelsey saying Hank. Nick, best character, Dwight. Paper says Stanley. Well, am I reading that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you wrote down Stanley.
Oh, okay. All right. Ugh. My brain is mush, guys. I'm sorry. Brandon saying Ryan. Nicholas saying Vikram. Nicole saying Danny Cordray. Played by Timothy Oliphant. Remember him?
Yeah, I do.
Creed says Jenny. Shell saying Plop. Jacqueline's favors Big Tuna. Nicole saying Nate. Tracy saying the mystery woman from the blood donations bus. I love the randomness of that. Okay. So we're 3 questions in. Pretty easy ones so far. As is expected. We're going to publish our results from the first poll here. We'll get to some more comments in a second. Next poll question we'll throw up in a moment. What question are we on? Question 4. Okay. Back to the comments. Sue. Hi, Sue. We know Sue. Hank the security guard is what I have written down. Kayla saying Val. Hillary saying the pizza delivery kid. Laurel saying Stanley. Sam saying Mose. Sammy saying Bob Vance. Amanda's favorite character is Dwight. Post-it note is Trevor. Brian saying Luke Cooper. Casey, Robert California. Do you want some beer, by the way?
Sure.
Strong one tonight. Sarah drinking New Paloma Sour from third space. Yeah, guys, tell us what you're drinking and where you're playing from as well. We want to hear. We've got people in Baltimore and Seattle tonight. We've had players. When we did our Harry Potter quiz last week, Tuesday, we had someone in Australia playing at 11 a.m. on Wednesday. And then we had a guy in the UK playing at 2 in the morning, the worst time.
No.
We did. Our timing doesn't cater for my home country British audience, I'm afraid. Michaela saying Daryl, Hillary, Ravi, Kelly's husband. Alyssa saying Joe Bennett. Jamie, Hank Tate is who you have written down. All right, let's throw up another poll. We'll get back to some comments in a second here. So the worst couple, Angela and Andy. They're pretty bad.
Yeah.
Second place was a tie between Michael and Jan, Ryan and Kelly, and then Jim and Karen weren't so bad. They weren't so bad. He was just in love with someone else,
Right.
so which can be a problem. Let's do this one. Who's the weirdest person in the office? Creed, Dwight, Kevin, Michael.
I mean,
There's
those are all
so
pretty
many weird people.
Those are all pretty weird people.
We are on question 7 now. You can vote in our poll, guys, here on Facebook Live. As expected, this is very common if you're a new player. We have a very tight leaderboard. It's often the case that we have a 5-way or more tie for at least 2 rounds, if not more. That'll kind of get broken up as we get further into the quiz. Our video round's going to be, our picture round and our video round, are both going to be tough tonight. We did the office quiz last time, and I think our winning team had 59 out of 60 correct, and I kind of took a mental note of that. I write the content for the quizzes, guys, and have been doing so for 14 years now, and I kept that in mind and was like, I need to really pull out some hard stops here because these people know their office trivia. Nikki, Andy, and the Tuna from upstate New York. Is that your guess? Or is that just where you are and the names of
The worst couple.
Oh, okay. Yeah, probably the worst couple, yeah. Yeah, sorry, we're like 6 minutes behind on the comments here. Hillary's saying Hank. Lynn's favorite is Jim at the beginning. The guest is Helen Beasley. They're playing in North Central Illinois. Hi, Lynn. Thanks for coming. Worst couple, Nicholas. This must be Gabe and Aaron. It's a pretty bad. We didn't think of that.
That's bad.
I was kind of putting the poll questions together like 15 minutes before we come on air because there was a lot going on here. Craig saying I wrote down Meredith.
It's probably my favorite kid.
Your favorite character is Meredith, the drunk redhead. Shocking. Creed is mine because he's just so
When Michael
so
goes
weird.
to her house and then she's like not there and she like is coming back from like
night out. And she lives in some like bungalow shack, like
totally just a shithole.
Yeah, yeah.
He's just like, this is how you live.
Remy's favorite character is Dwight. Remy and Alexa from Pittsburgh. Hey guys,
Hi.
you might be our first Pittsburgh people. We're getting a lot of firsts tonight. Baltimore and Pittsburgh. What up? Sue is saying great Facebook, Jim. It's Bookface. I'm clearly the social networking site Bookface, not the other one. Meow.
Meow.
Kelsey saying Trevor. Hillary saying D'Angelo Vickers. No one said that yet. I'm kind of surprised that one didn't come up because Will Ferrell's kind of a popular character. Okay, guys, we're at the end of round 1 here. As expected, we have a bunch of teams. We can only see the top 5 teams. www.creedthoughts.gov. You know the rest of it. They are in first place. The website automatically ranks teams based on how quickly they answered the most recent question. So creedthoughts.gov, who got 100%, as did a bunch of other teams, answered question 10 the quickest, and so they're at the top. Really only matters once we get to the final question, number 60 on our quiz today. So that was round 1, Do the Scan. We'll talk about at halftime some of the other events we're doing as well, just a quick mention there. Round 2 was listed as the mystery round, and we'll talk about that in a second. Yeah, that category, sorry, I'm just getting my windows set here, is going to be, and the Dundee goes to.
Ooh.
We're at the Chili's. So,
I used to really like
Michael's favorite restaurant. You did?
Yeah, like in high school. I like really
We don't have them in the UK, so I don't know. We might now, but I don't ever recall going to Chili's growing up. I'm going to crack open this other bit. This one is drum roll hazy pale ale. Because we have this green screen, sometimes our beers, like this one, is basically like see-through. So
it's a green can.
yeah. So yeah, this category, the questions are all kind of the same. Where basically we're going to ask you questions about the Dundies, who who won what Dundee, etc. You'll see. So questions are pretty much the same in this category. This is round 2, guys. 4 multiple choices again.
You may have gotten a question.
Oh, I may have got a question wrong. Okay. Yeah, if there's an error.
Question 9 is wrong.
Okay. If there is an error, inbox us on Facebook. The great thing about this website that we use is oh, I must have clicked the wrong answer. Damn it. Yeah, that's happened before. That's okay. We can see every team's answers and we can change the scores. So it'll be like post quiz. I download the doc. Yeah, if the answer should have been zombie for number 9. I'm looking at the comment over here. I don't know. All right, we're going to have to look that up. But yeah, we get all the results and we can adjust the tallies manually, and we do it for like the top teams that might be in the money.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that. That's a problem. But do tell us, though. I hate it when we screw up, but it's normally just kind of when you set up the quiz, you have to select the right answer, and every once in a while, like once a week,
Yeah.
I pick the wrong one. So even though the right answer is there. Okay, back to comments. Elizabeth saying Nelly, Carrie. Weirdest and best character, Kenny saying is Creed, of course, Kenny. We've got Cassandra drinking Smirnoff in Shelbyville, Illinois. Yeah, some other people are saying that question was wrong. That's good to know. Hillary, hey Hillary from Chicago, old friend of ours. Yeah, I like the kind of people that only comment when we're wrong. There are some people that comment as well, but there are definitely some people who don't say anything until we get an answer wrong. Hillary's favorite character, David Wallace, or what I have written down here. Kelsey saying Gil, Oscar's boyfriend. Kelsey really wants the That's What She Said game. Yeah, so these scores, guys, this is the kind of shitty thing about messing an answer up, is that the scores that you're seeing on the right-hand side and that you'll see at the end could be subject to change. So we will definitely update and make sure that whoever deserves the win gets it. Usually, like this happened to us at a quiz a couple of weeks ago where we had one wrong answer, but all the teams in the top 12 had picked the right answer and got it wrong, and so they would have all received the extra points.
Right.
And so there was no need to change the leaderboard.
Right.
Like the leaderboard would have been the same, like because they all would have got added an extra 5. But obviously it becomes problematic if a few of the teams said the right answer and got it wrong, or vice versa. So yeah, we'll get on top of that. Brianna saying Nick the IT guy whose name they never bothered to learn. That's a good one. Nicole saying Troy Underbridge, Dwight's friend. Kelly saying Charles Minor. Everyone saying coffee, not zombie. That's not what I have written down, guys. Oh, we got another question on Jesus. Oh my God. I have to apologize. Oh yeah. We're just doing this to get the comments, guys, obviously. Yeah, we're
Upsetting.
Sorry. We'll fix it though. So what we do is the weirdest person in the office is Creed, by the way. Officially 89% of people. What we do is the day after the event, we will put up a Facebook post with our favorite team names.
Yeah.
Normally the team names are brilliant, like probably 25 or 30 team names, and that is really a struggle to pick those out. We just put them up there for fun in the main body of the Facebook post, and then we will also post a link to the full scores.
Yeah.
So, winners don't get paid out obviously until we get the full results, and then obviously if there are any edits necessary. Normally we don't have 2 mistakes. It's normally only
I
one.
don't think you've ever had
I don't know if I've done 2 in one quiz
mistakes.
before. 2 before the second round is
Yeah,
over as well.
I'm scared.
That's pretty
now.
damn bad.
I'm
I don't know
kinda
what happened to
scared
me
about
today.
the,
How many
reset.
I screwed up. Yeah.
Oh no.
That's a poorly worded beaver question, says Thomas. Okay. That's a good point. Kelly's saying both C and D are correct. The award was busiest beaver, but the award said bushiest beaver. Okay. Interesting. Okay. We'll address that. Wow, some people being a bit brazen here. Sorry, I'm just skimming the comments. I'm trying to get to the ones that aren't telling us that we're wrong again. So, okay, people are clarifying. Ugh. Hillary's saying she found her Quizmaster Cruise t-shirt.
That is an old
That's
t-shirt.
old. We did a quiz. We're based in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. There's obviously a river that runs through town here that goes out to the lake, and there's like a local cruise company, and we did a quiz on the cruise. It was 2008.
It was
a long
a lot.
It's like we just started we do like live pub quizzes. Obviously, that's our kind of bread
I
and
really
butter.
liked that t-shirt, Hillary, with the it had the boat and then
The guy on it and stuff. Yeah. So Hillary's a friend of ours who used to live.
OG player.
Yeah, OG. So yeah, I don't even know if I still have one of those t-shirts.
I think I don't know. Hard to
But
say.
we totally missed this whole round. Look at this. We're
Upsetting.
not on our game today.
It was too hot. It was 90 degrees.
I swear the heat totally messed us up today. Yeah, it was 90 degrees out. We also have young children. That's all my go-to. 7-month-old and a 2-year-old.
This is an excuse for everything. We don't have brains anymore.
Right.
Apparently, it's just a controversial question.
Yeah,
the way the question was
she
worded.
won busiest, but it said bushiest on it.
Yeah. So it's
okay.
just a controversial
Right.
question.
Yeah, probably should have left one of those options out just to save us the blowback from the office
controversy.
diehards here. So, yeah, Brian's saying we got it right. Busiest is the award she won. Again, we'll look into. I'll watch the actual clip and make a determination. Kelly, nobody's perfect. We still enjoy this. Thanks Kelly.
Thank you.
Nikki saying this is hella fun.
Yeah, Nikki.
Give us the positive comments. We're not going to read any of the rude ones anymore. We win the best Quizmaster host award.
Sue,
Who
thanks.
wins it though? You got to pick one. You can't have us both, right? We can't both win the award.
Host, it's a plural
Oh,
word.
okay. Scranton Strangler, Nicole saying, all right, we're at the end of round 2 here. We're going to pay more attention to this because we're supposed to put up these slides after every quiz, after every round. Let's close
You
this
made
with
it too fancy, and now we can't keep up with
the
own.
first virtual quiz we did. It was just me in front of a screen, and we had a banner.
Yeah.
No outfits, no fancy green screen. Let's do. This is a good poll. Best prank.
Okay.
So we have Asian Jim,
Okay.
Dwight's desk in the bathroom,
Mhm.
and then he answers the phone, and Kevin's coming out of the toilet,
Mhm.
which was hilarious. Faxes from future Dwight,
This is good.
or Dwight's stuff in the vending machine, like his wallet. So you guys vote on that. These are obviously just for fun. When we get to halftime, because we have an extended break at halftime, so every round has a 2.5-minute break after it. And then at halftime after round 3, we have a 5-minute break. We'll talk a bit more about some upcoming events that we have. Our Seinfeld quiz is this Sunday. Don't go in there after me award. That is pretty hilarious. So yeah, that's coming up. The next category is the other characters. I just went with Niagara Falls here because it's where Pam and Jim got married, and like apparently this doesn't look too good on the green screen because the water's kind of green.
No.
So did not think of that. It's all going wrong tonight. So this is kind
It's
of
truly an
it's
office
kind of
quiz.
yeah, really it is. Yeah, just a calamity of errors apparently.
Who's
So
this quiz won by? Michael?
it's funny because in the British version of The Office, they only made
They
2
have a
seasons.
quiz.
They have a quiz, and Gareth runs the quiz, and he's asking all the. There's this one kind of funny scene where Gareth is basically Dwight,
Yeah.
and then you have Tim, who is the equivalent of Jim. So you have Tim and Gareth instead of Dwight and Jim, and Gareth is running this quiz, and he's saying these questions, and Tim is like, are all the questions going to be about the military? Because he's asking all these questions about the war and stuff. And he's like, no, I've got a question about this. I've got a question about this. I've got a question about the Suez Canal. And the next question, he's like, which canal? Like, that's like the worst. I've done that. Like, I've been doing this for years. I've only done it once or twice, maybe twice, where I've given away the answer to a question before I read the
Because
question.
you just were talking about
Yeah, I
it.
was talking about something and gave it away. It's it is easier to do than you think, but I've been pretty
Yeah,
good
it's
at
on
not,
your mind. My favorite prank isn't
Isn't
represented
listed?
in this.
What's your favorite?
The scavenger hunt from like Dunder Myth, like when Jim like leaves to go work for the other one, and then Dwight finds like this like secret piece of paper with like hidden ink on it in the filing cabinet, and it's like a scavenger hunt to
Right.
find like
That's your favorite prank?
yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked I would probably say of these 4, Future Dwight.
Yeah, that's pretty
Just
funny.
for just it's funny. You'll thank me later. Hannah's saying it was stupid hot in MKE today. We are based in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
We basically had like 40-degree weather until like the middle of May, and then it warmed up a little bit.
Like,
We had some nice
literally,
days,
I
and then it like was 95 degrees
I
today.
think like
Like out of nowhere.
5 days ago, we finally were like, we maybe don't need our snow pants anymore. Like, we
Yeah,
can
seriously,
put
we put the coats
snow
away.
pants
Yeah.
back into the winter stuff.
Right,
Like, hopefully.
right.
Because that's how up and down it was. It was like one day it'd be like 70, and then the next day it'd be 32, and you're
Sure.
like, what are we doing here?
Okay, let's get to some more comments. Michelle, first time joining you. We are with a group of friends all over the country, virtually and loving it. Michelle, tell us where everyone's playing from. We had this one group of like a month ago,
They were like-
and I remember it because all the names began with M. They had a Milwaukee, a Missouri, a Maine, and a Miami,
Nice.
which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So tell us where you're playing from, Michelle, and your friends as well. Let's get some more comments. Shell is saying we love this. Stu's giving us some praise as well. Stu is one of our regular contributors to the quiz and also to the comments feed
Yeah,
Here.
go Stu.
in South Milwaukee. He hasn't even told us where he is, but I know because he's said it
Top
enough
fan.
times. Yeah, he's
Top fan
obviously
Stu.
top fan, clearly. Nicole, thanks for hosting this. Thank you for playing. Ellen's favorite prank, she's saying Asian Jim, and she's got 1 like on that. So, serious. The Xmas decorated desk is the other prank that I was thinking of. I was thinking of putting it in here where he wraps his
Oh
desk
yeah, everything. Yeah,
in
that is good.
in Christmas paper, wrapping paper. But it's not actually his desk, and he goes to sit down and put his briefcase on it, and it like collapses. So yeah, Asian Jim for sure, saying Hannah. Christine, will the points get adjusted for the Diwali and the bushiest beaver questions? Yes. There is a bit of a debate here about bushiest versus busiest. I'm going to have to look at how the question was worded and make a determination, but definitely the Diwali one. Again, we get the like stats of every single team. Like another reason we use this particular platform is we can actually see every
What
team's
you
answered
answered.
and then adjust the scores accordingly. So we will do that for sure. It's not the first time we would have done it as well. Hillary saying Pam's mum. Kelly saying the water on that background looked like mist.
Yeah, there you
From
go.
that was intentional,
Yeah.
Kelly, clearly. Beers beats Battlestar Galactica. Just N. Kenny O'Donoghue is saying that just because.
Throwing it up.
The Senator says Kelly. People are still guessing, by the way. If you're wondering why people are saying all these random names, we have a copy of That's What She Said. We have 2 of these. We only have one physically, but we have 2 of these to give away. One is going to best team name, which we'll determine tomorrow when we post the full results. And one is going to a player in the comments feed here, if they can guess the name we have written down. We also have this thing, in case you missed this earlier. Yeah. A George Foreman grill, for real. 150th place gets this, because I don't know if we would have said we're giving one of these away in the comments whether people would have really gone for it. I don't know. So
We used to have one.
you used to have one, and
We
this was supposed to go.
collectively.
This was here's a trivia fact for you, totally unrelated to The Office really, but this was supposed to be the Hulk Hogan grill. Like the people that made this wanted to put someone's their name on it, and they were going to give it to Hulk Hogan. They called him, and he didn't answer the phone, and didn't get back to them for a couple of days. So they went to George Foreman, and then he got it and made like gazillion dollars off of it. So
and probably better choice. Just how.
yeah, I don't
the
know.
world
You
worked
can't.
out.
It's one of those things though that now that it's the George Foreman grill, you can never be like, that would be so dumb if it was a Hulk Hogan grill. But if it was the Hulk Hogan grill, then you would just be like, that's
Right.
how it is.
No, I just meant like person-wise.
Right. Well, he made out on that
The Gawker
the
deal.
Gawker deal. Yeah.
Yeah, he made up for his grill mistake.
Yeah. He's okay. He's doing okay. So, all right. Let's end the results for this poll, and we're going to throw up another one here at halftime. We're going to ask you a question about some of the cameo appearances. Just a poll question here in the Facebook live feed. Did anyone guess the character on the post-it note yet? We are going to reveal our winner at halftime.
Ooh,
So we did have someone answer.
correctly.
Yep. A few people got it, but the first person I saw, which I believe was the first person to say it, is who the winner is going to be. Michelle, Louisiana, Georgia, and Illusions tonight. Where's Illusions? Is that the name of a town? Did we miss something there?
Clarification.
Golden
needed.
Face. Oh, we should have done a Fret Level Midnight character. Ellen saying Nate is on the post-it. Todd Packer says Shell. Aaron Rodgers as himself. That would have made sense because we're in Wisconsin, but we were not prepared this evening, apparently. All right, so that's the end of this round.
This is a good photo to just have for the rest of
This one,
halftime.
Casual Friday. So you got a 5-minute break now, guys. This is a good time to get up and go to the bathroom, grab another beer if you need one, another drink of your choice. Our poll right now is, which of these cameos would you have preferred to work for at Dunder Mifflin? Okay, this poll will be going up in a second. Did it go live yet? So Warren Buffett, these people basically all, like, when Michael left, applied for the job, right? Warren Buffett, Jim Carrey, Ricky Gervais, obviously the original boss from the British version, or Will Arnett. So we'll let that run for a little bit here. We're going to talk about, while we've got a few minutes here, some of the other events we have upcoming. We have people obviously playing from all over the country today. Thank you guys for joining us. Again, this is Ryan and Naomi. We run this little pub quiz business out of our house on the east side of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Started out as kind of a part-time thing for me. Then it became full-time for me. Then it became full-time for both of us. Then it became part-time for you again because we had children. You'll be full-time again soon.
Oh yeah.
So thank you guys for playing.
Looking forward to it.
when all the bars closed in March, we decided to go virtual by request of a lot of the people that followed us already, and we've been doing it 3 days a week since then. We're going to continue to do virtual quizzes, even though we have some live quizzes that have restarted as of today. So we have only 2 places of our like 50, 60 some bars that have restarted tonight. Tomorrow night, while we're on that subject, we have 2 more venues. So if you are local here in Wisconsin, southeastern Wisconsin, the Landing at Hoyt Park, it's a beer garden, it's outside, there's loads of space, great place to social distance and still play. And I will be hosting that quiz myself.
Fancy.
That matters to some people, but to most people it doesn't, and I understand that. But yeah, join us at the Landing. If that's not convenient for you and you're a little further outside of town, we're also doing it at Rally Time in West Bend. It's just, it's about 40 minutes outside of Milwaukee if you're kind of up that way. Both of those are at 7 tomorrow. Actually, I should make a footnote there. The Landing one, I just got a message from them and they are saying it's at 6 p.m. tomorrow because there might be a curfew. So the Landing is at 6 p.m. Our next round, by the way, is what is going on here.
What's going on?
This is kind of a picture round where you have to look at every picture. Some of the pictures, as you've seen, are kind of arbitrary. They're just kind of there. This one is like, what is going on in this photo? Okay, and I've just basically searched YouTube clips and taken screenshots. Some of them are kind of random, and again, our fan base here, as we can see from a pretty tight leaderboard still, which could be subject to change. People are pretty diehard about this topic. So, back to the virtual quizzes. This Thursday, every Thursday night is our general knowledge game. Our topics are determined every Thursday. So on Thursday, we will ask you, what quiz topics do you want to see at the following Thursday's event? This coming week's topics are ancient history, science and nature. We have a movie video round. We have an albums cover round. A useless knowledge round we always have. So that's 2 nights from tonight. And then Sunday, we take Fridays and Saturdays off. And Sunday is our Seinfeld quiz. We have not done this one yet. Tonight's office quiz is our second installment of this particular topic. And then a week from tonight, a lot of info here, guys, but we got a longer break, is our 90s quiz. We did this before, and I was Hulk Hogan. Speaking of Hulk Hogan,
It's true.
because I owned the outfit. If you haven't heard the story before, we went to WWE here in Milwaukee. They came like 5 or 6 years ago, and I was like, oh, it'd be fun to dress up. I've told this story to some of you, but for those who haven't heard, I was like, it'd be really fun to dress up. That you went as Sheamus, which was basically a t-shirt, and you wore these sleeve things with tattoos on them.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'll go as Hulk Hogan. And I had like the gear, I had the shirt, the bandana, the fake mullet, like bald cap, hair, bandana, the wristbands. And I was like, there'll be loads of people dressed up, like kids and adults. And I got there and I was like the only person over the age of like 12 who was dressed up. So the kids did want their picture of me. And we were sitting like right near the front.
Yeah.
So, we got some shout outs from some wrestlers. Look at the time in there. Huh? Getting better at this. The second half of the quiz is going to be much more efficient for us, I hope. So
We'll see. This
is like an easy one. So picture what happened here to Kevin, and then you have your choices. So you're kind of going on screenshots because like the Office is the type of show, it reminds me a lot of Friends.
Yeah.
Where people like know like specific words in specific scenes and sentences.
Yeah.
Like they just because they watch it over and over and over again. So this was an easy one to start this round, just so you guys kind of get the concept. But yeah, this category is going to be a little more challenging perhaps than some of the previous ones. All right, let's go to our poll here while people are playing. Which cameo person would you have preferred to work for at Dunder Mifflin? So as your boss. Jim Carrey's winning. Ricky Gervais second. Only 9% are saying Warren Buffett. You could learn a lot from Warren. But he wasn't Warren Buffett. He was just this old guy who was like a penny pincher. And like, obviously the irony of it was that he was like the richest man in the world at the time. And he was like penny pinching for like extra gas for his car. The winner, by the way.
Oh, no.
What?
You were going to reveal it.
I was. But we got talking about some of our events, was Hank Tate. And the first person to say that was Josie Miller. So Josie,
Message us.
you have to inbox us. It's your responsibility to get in touch with us. Inbox us. You are the winner of That's What She Said card game. It's similar to
Cards Against
like
Humanity.
some of the cards on the back here. I guess you have like a main card and then everyone puts their other card. You know, they apparently couldn't copyright that idea or trademark that idea.
I mean,
It'd be hard.
Yeah.
We own a board game, so we know. We talk to
you
lawyers.
can't really like.
It's like
copyright.
really, really.
Yeah.
You have to have a lot of resources, and even then, it might get denied.
Yeah.
You know, you're really You're really kind of relying on your branding to be strong. So some of the cards on the back here, it's a weird shape, but I like it. A girl's gotta eat. I love trying new things. The worst pickup line I've ever heard in a bar was. That's one of the questions. So I have room for one more. What's the worst pickup line you've heard in a bar? Do you even remember? Last time we went to a bar. It's been a while. So.
Last time I went to a bar and someone tried to pick me up. Been 10 years.
It's been a while. Alright, let's go back down the comments feed here. Kelly saying, I love trivia at the landing. Ryan hosting is the best, says Sue.
Oh, yeah.
Better than you, apparently.
Well,
I'm the winner of Best Host Award.
Fine
Thank
with
you.
Me.
Nicholas says he's loving that we're giving away a George Foreman grill. Okay, it's probably going to be a thing now. Whenever we do an office quiz, virtually and maybe even in person, we can buy a bunch of them and ship them to all the different
We're gonna
locations.
Get stock in George
Yeah.
Foreman Grill.
Kelly, how many teams are playing? We don't have a official head count yet, but we will know afterwards. I think it's around 300, give or take. It's not quite as competitive as the last office quiz we did. I think the first one we did was like 420 teams. I think we got quite a few less than that. But like I think we were 3 weeks in, and like nothing was open, and it was
Right.
cold, and there was like no other options, and some of those things have obviously changed since then. Julie is saying, where are the questions? Julie, if you go to our website, virtualquizmaster.com, you can read all about how to sign up. Basically, there's like a third-party website that people sign into after they pay us. We send them a code, and they can participate in the game. So you have until 7 p.m. Central Time. We're on Central Time to sign up. So about an hour before we come on air is when our supposed deadline is. And Kenny O'Donoghue is saying doing a Brooklyn Nine-Nine quiz. I think that's what that's a request for. Tammy's saying her 13-year-old has watched the entire series 3 times. I think at least 3 times. Cassandra's saying her kids watch nothing else. What was the winning team name? Tammy's asking. We don't know the team names until the end.
Yeah.
Because basically we find out the team names when we download all of the stats, including the answers. So again, those screw ups, plural maybe, that we had earlier, we will address and update team scores if it is necessary. And by that I mean if it affects the top 10 payouts, we pay out the top 10 teams through Venmo. If it affects those payouts, we'll adjust it. If it wouldn't have had an effect, we just kind of leave it because if it doesn't matter, then. But I think it's gonna affect some of the standings tonight for sure. Yeah, we got an 11-point differential between first and fifth right now. But again, kind of the frustrating thing about having a wrong answer is you don't know for sure what the leaderboard is going to be, which I guess is kind of exciting in one respect. Hillary says a prize idea, tiny plasma TV. So, all right, let's close this poll. The winner was Jim Carrey. We have a few more of these to ask you about. We also want to ask you about what themes you want to see. Like we're doing Seinfeld, we're doing the 90s quiz. We may do Friends again. We did that one already, but we did Disney twice already and Harry Potter because they're like by far the most popular events. Those two, I would say. And then The Office and Friends are kind of a close third and fourth place. Yeah, we have
2 games.
We have 2 games. We do have 2 games
Yeah.
either way. One will go to best team name. It's just we can't access all the team names until the end.
Yeah.
And we don't ask them up front because it's too much info. Yeah, so watch out for our Facebook post tomorrow. We'll be announcing all of our favourite ones. So we had our Harry Potter quiz last week, and there were so many good team names that I got out the Queel, which is short for quiz wheel. We have this big spinning wheel. It's like kind of a wheel of fortune, but it stands up, and we put 6 names on it and spun it, and then whatever it landed on is the one we gave the best team name to. Just
couldn't decide.
Yeah, it was Ain't No Laws When You're Ravenclaws as a team. It was a pretty good name. I preferred Dobby Had It Coming as a team name, but no, the Queel had spoken. All right, let's throw up. Okay, we'll do one more office poll, and then we might do a couple of which themes do you want to see polls. Worst character: Todd Packer, Jan, or Toby?
Worst character.
Worst character.
Toby.
I like Googled pictures of Toby, and like every single like photo on Google, he's just doing that face, you know, where he's just like everyone. Okay, guys, we are at the end of round 4 now. Okay, so this is important, guys. Listen up. We'll mute the music for this. You might want to put us on mute for the next round because it's a video round and there might be feedback from hearing our video because we're going to play the videos here on screen.
We'll still be here.
And because there's a delay, the video will play and then it'll play again, which actually might be a good thing. Each video is anywhere from 5 seconds to about 15 seconds long. You're going to have 45 seconds to answer, okay? Only 10 seconds between questions. So the video round, we're obviously at threat level midnight, the White House. The address is right there. Michael's homemade movie. There is a question about that threat level midnight in this category, okay? So you've got 45 seconds. There might be a bit of video lag, and we experienced that during Harry Potter, and so we extended the time. If you are on a desktop or a laptop computer, it's a little more beneficial. The video should play automatically. If you're on a cellular device, I think you have to manually start the video. So it'll still be 4 choices. The great thing about being on a computer is you can play the video, and while the video is playing, you can answer at the same time. And on a cell phone, you can't do that. You have to kind of go out of the video and back to like the main screen. So that is the next category. Which is going to be happening like right now. So in 15 seconds.
Well, you said right now.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying. So listen for the video. This is, there's different types of questions in this round, so I'm not going to clarify. Well, very efficient.
Nope, it's not. It's Kevin Malone. Equally handsome, equally smart.
So this question, and there's 1 or 2 others like this. I muted a word, and you just have to fill in the blank.
Fancy.
I did get fancy. I downloaded iMovie to do this, whereas before I was just using QuickTime to trim clips. So there's a couple like that. There's a couple where it's just a scene, and you have to say the next line or predict what the next line is going to be. And there's a couple others that the threat level midnight one is a little different. I'm not going to give anything away on that one. So we've only got a 10-second break between questions in this category, just because we, that was easy. You could actually see his lips saying Ashton Kutcher. This is the video round. It's kind of fun. Something different.
You have a lot of stuff down there that could be stolen.
That's ironic.
What?
That you are afraid.
Why? Because I'm from the hood?
So the next line, what is it? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there's a few more like that. That's probably the most common type of question in this round. Just kind of randomly back to our poll on Facebook Live here. Worst character, Todd, Jan, Toby. Cassandra saying Todd Packer. Can't let my kids watch those episodes. There's a character in the British one who is the same. He's like that friend, that asshole friend. All right, next one, guys. Dinkin Flicker. Daryl taught him all the like slang words, you know.
Nice.
This one is hot. This, you know, if you know the scene, then you know, but there's not a lot in the video here. You know, there's obviously been some kind of bet that's happening here on question 43. We have hapless vectors in first place here. Again, subject to change because of the error. Joe Exotics 2 petting. Zoo. Second place, Trump's still looking for something. We can't see the whole team name till the end, just like you guys. Dunder Mifflin, Team B, both on 217. So this scene, yeah, Creed is eating an apple. I think Jim distracts him, and then Pam replaces it with a potato, and then he picks it up and just takes a bite and doesn't even realize. Another reason why
Lord
Creed's the
Rupert
best.
Everton. I'm a shipping merchant who raises fancy dogs. That's the life.
Yeah, I don't think this is kind of an easy one right here. The video round is fun though. We didn't do it for like the first two. We only did it last week Sunday.
Yeah.
For the first time, we had a movie themed quiz, and yeah, we did. You know, because it was a movie quiz, we did a movie round, and I just kept it simple for that. I was like, what is this film? Like, what scene is this movie from? What movie is this scene from? So yeah, but we got a little bit more complicated than last week.
I opened up a Word document on his computer and put an address at the top. I've read some of it. Even for the internet, it's...
Again, quotes. It's like Friends. You'd be better at Friends.
Yeah.
Just quoting Friends. So if we do a Friends quiz, we'd probably have a similar kind of round.
I used to watch The Office a lot more, but now I just don't even
We don't watch
TV.
TV. Welcome to Parenthood. It's like the quiz ends.
It's not even. It's
That,
Parenthood.
in case
in a
you guys don't know,
pandemic.
we run the quiz at 8 p.m. Central Time because we put our kids to bed, and when we're done, we're putting them to bed. It's about 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
It gives me enough time to get all the last emails in and get the code out to people,
Right.
and then answer people's messages, get ready, get our face paint on, eat something quickly. Like it takes, it gives us time. That's the main reason we do it.
I am collecting
it's
$3
still,
from
like,
everybody for
super
Kelly's Party.
active.
Oh, I'd like to contribute. Oh, great.
So you can also play the clip again.
I am collecting $3 from everybody for Kelly's Party. Oh, I'd like to contribute. Oh, great.
That's a nice thing about having a bit more time. But the main reason we added more time was only 25 seconds. And then last week during the Harry Potter quiz, part of the problem is we had our biggest attendance ever.
Right.
We had like 485 teams. Our limit is 500, so we were really close. And I think it just kind of messed with the bandwidth. I don't know how the website works, but some people were like, it took our video like 15 seconds to load.
Right.
And by the time we played it, we had like 2 seconds to answer, if that.
Right.
So we just were like, let's play it safe, even if it's more time than people need. We want to make sure they can at least play the game, So
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way.
what do you think the answer to this one is? This one is tricky. because it's kind of, the answers are kind of wordy,
Yeah.
you know. So obviously I picked the real one, and then I had to come up with 3 others myself and get creative sometimes.
I don't remember. A.
Looks like all the teams at the top here, at least the ones we can see, have been getting all these right, because I don't see a change in the leaderboard. Yeah, this was one of our email hints. So for our Tuesday theme nights, we email 2 extra hints if you sign up by Sunday at midnight. So teams that signed up by midnight. The fact that he's Dick in a Box from SNL.
Kids, just remember, is never the answer. All right?
Yeah, so if you sign up by Sunday at midnight, so this week, if you sign up by Sunday at midnight, then for the 90s quiz next Tuesday night, you'll get 2 additional. So everyone gets the 3 public hints that are on Facebook. Follow us at Quizmaster Trivia right here. And then on Instagram, our Instagram story, did I just wipe my face paint off because I just scratched my face? No, it's okay. Yeah, follow us for 3 clues, and then if you do sign up early, you get 2 additional hints emailed with the code. I know some people don't get the code. I still don't know why. It's a very small percentage of people. Like maybe tonight there were like 7 or 8
Ever
people.
banged an entire bachelorette party, baby?
So that is the one question that took me the longest to put together, because I had to. You can see the entire Threat Level Midnight film on YouTube as if it's a film, not in the episode, but just a film on its own. And then I obviously had to find 4 clips and split them and splice them together. Yeah, iMovie.
So hard.
It was kind of fun to do though. Yeah, Strangulation was first. See, and that was harder. What's up?
Okay, name please.
Creed Bratton, 75 plus division.
You're over 75 years old?
November 1st. How much is the prize money?
There's no prize money.
Another reason Creed is the best. So this is the final question of the round, guys. There will be a 2.5 minute break. There will be tonight. Because when we did this video round the other day, it like went straight to the next round after 10 seconds.
You made sure.
Yeah, I did. It's the one thing I didn't mess up this evening. So you can play some music. Our final round is just useless knowledge. It's a random mix of, you know, office topics.
Yeah.
Just whatever was left.
Is there a background associated?
There is a background. Thanks for reminding me. I always forget. Let's go to this screen. Round 5 was the video round. We're just going with this one. This has just been our background.
Oh, well.
The building. So.
Anticlimactic.
Yeah, sorry. It saves me finding another background when I just use the one we had regularly. So yeah, guys, Sunday is Seinfeld. Virtual quiz, the general knowledge one, is every Thursday now. We were doing Thursdays and Sunday, but now Sunday is another theme. The demands seem to be there for 2 themes a week. So yeah, and we also do private events as well. And we can do these anywhere, obviously, now because they're virtual. You can email me or inbox us on Facebook for that. I've already done maybe like 15 private events. Do fundraisers too. So if you are part of a cause, I did one for ALS. There were a couple of others. There's so many events. I'm sorry I can't remember the exact causes, but yeah, we.
Peace Corps one.
Oh, I did a Peace Corps one, yeah, last Friday. And we have reduced rates, and in some cases for charitable or fundraiser events, we do pro bono events for free. So it just depends on the circumstances and what the client wants and what they need from me. But if we can work it out, we can definitely offer the service for free, the questions, the content for free. So we're happy to do that if the situation is right. So final category today. Let's end our poll quickly. Worst character is Todd Packer by far. I won't let my kids watch those episodes. Okay, quickly, guys. Which theme? Okay, we said we would ask about this: Star Trek or Lord of the Rings. What are you going with? Because you're a Trekkie, but our daughter's named after the Lord of the Rings character.
I would rather. I'm not a Trekkie.
You're a bit of a Trekkie. Like you're
I enjoy Star Trek.
Wait. You're a Trekkie when I come home one day, this is before we had children, and like in the middle of the day on a Wednesday, you'd just be watching Star Trek. Okay,
It's
that
a
is
good
Trekkie
show.
to me. Okay, I would never do that.
I'm
Okay,
not a
find something else to do in
Trekkie.
my time and watch Star Trek in the middle of the day.
Trekkies
Like
go to like
the old one too,
cons
from like
and,
the
no.
60s as well.
Well, those are the best ones. Like those are like funny.
It's our final round, guys. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you had fun. We apologise for the screw ups early. We got them out of the way early though. We will be adjusting scores accordingly. Sue saying a Jurassic Park quiz. I don't know that we can like all the films. I feel like people saw the first one and then kind of saw the other ones. What episode was the suicide scene from? I do not know, guys. I obviously got that off YouTube. It was cut, it looks like, from what people are saying here. So most people are saying Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
I would pick Lord of the Rings. So thank you for not making me watch bloody Star Trek. God.
Star Trek would be like too crazy anyway. There's so like it's like almost like too much content. There's so many.
Well, all the different seasons.
Yeah.
It's like Lord of the Rings is more
and there's
manageable.
like movies and
Right.
it'd be a lot. And I mean like this is also why I'm not a Trekkie. I only watch the ones that like pertain to my like life and the old ones.
Right.
But there's like whole seasons that I never watched because they just weren't.
Yeah, so we have only set our themes through next week, Tuesday. I kind of want to see how some things pan out here with some of our bar events and just places reopening in general, because a lot of basically bars in the city of Milwaukee are not open yet. But if you're in the suburbs, they're allowed to open.
Yeah.
So we're kind of waiting to find out.
Some bars haven't opened yet, but they're going to be opening because it was kind of like all of a sudden you can be
shit
open.
show, basically. Yeah, the whole handling of the situation is a bit confusing. But probably by the end of this week, by Friday, before the Seinfeld quiz, we will know the theme event a week from Sunday.
Yeah.
So we have next Tuesday's 90s. A week from Thursday is going to be our general knowledge quiz. Our general knowledge quiz is every Thursday. So a week from this Sunday, we're thinking Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And then we like to schedule things like in 2-week blocks if we can. So we'll see how things pan out here. But we're thinking Lord of the Rings, maybe another Friends event. We have some ideas, maybe Stranger Things. Some people have asked about it. Some people asked for Schitt's Creek, like when we first started doing this, and no one said anything about it.
But then you've
since
asked
then.
like multiple polls, and then like it never wins the polls.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Yeah, like 5 people comment saying do Schitt's Creek, and then people like their comment. I'm like, okay, we'll ask a poll about it, and then no one votes for it. So, okay, Lord of the Rings. All right, let's put up one more poll here because we got like a few minutes left. Where's the other poll here? Oh, these are broad. This is kind of fun. What would you rather play, guys? An 80s quiz. So we're talking like the Rocky films, 3 and 4 and maybe 5. All those macho 80s films. I'd love to write questions for Predator, Commando, Bloodsport. But like obviously music, politics, pop culture in general. a little bit of sports, or 2000, same kind of topics. So that'd be 2000 to 2010 or 1980 to 1990. We've already done a 90s quiz, and we're doing another one a week from tonight because 90s trivia just is apparently it's the decade. But yeah,
I'd vote 2000.
you would more recent for you. Janine saying yes, please do Schitt's Creek. Ellen saying Scrubs. Nikki saying 30 Rock. Cassandra, Lord of the Rings. Breaking Bad. Ugh. Ron's my boy. I would love to do Breaking Bad. We should do Breaking Bad.
We love Breaking Bad.
So
that
good.
Is true.
And we might be able to get a crowd for it for virtual.
A little throwback Breaking Bad.
Right. N. Kenny O'Donoghue. I have to say his whole name because I don't know if Kenny's his first name or his middle name. Yeah.
Lord of the Rings, Star
he's
Trek
saying Lord of the
mashup.
Rings, Star Trek mashup. Like, if, which characters have pointy ears? There's a question for you. Yeah, we did Parks and Rec already, Caitlin, like maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Again, if we're doing this for long enough, those types of themes do come
back
around.
around, yeah.
Like Disney will come around again in a couple of months. We just did that one like 2 weeks ago. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So that's kind of like a Schitt's Creeky type one for me because
people say it, but then it doesn't win the poll.
Right, we haven't polled Brooklyn Nine-Nine yet though, so maybe on our next quiz on Thursday we'll throw that up and see what people say about it. Yeah, I've never seen that show, so I'd have to watch it. That's the other thing, because I'm responsible for the content. I have to be informed on the subject, at least a little bit. Some of the themes I do, I will admit, I'm not like the biggest fan. My job is not to be that, but obviously to be informed enough and to do my research and select the right bloody answers when I type in the questions.
I feel like you're a pretty big fan of most of them.
Yeah, well, and I've become fans of them. Like when we did our first Breaking Bad quiz in the bars, like in 2013, I'd never seen it. I think it'd been on for like 4 seasons, and I didn't start watching it, I think, until the penultimate season. Because people had asked us to do one, or maybe even the last season, and I got caught. I did that with Lost.
Yeah, Lost, we were behind on Lost, and then we got caught up, and we were like,
you brought it home from work one day from someone, and we're like, oh, we'll watch an episode, but it's Friday night. We're supposed to go out for dinner and go out like on the town, and we just stayed in and watched it till like 3 in the morning. Because we watched one episode, we're like, this is really good.
Back when you still had to watch things on DVDs.
Yeah.
Like someone literally gave me like the DVD first season.
Dawn's 14-year-old is saying Parks and Rec. Matt's also saying do Schitt's Creek. Kelly's saying Breaking Bad / Better Call Saul, which I haven't. I watched the first couple of episodes. It's not that I didn't like it. It just I feel like we got distracted here.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what happened, but we
watched
got around.
Almost the whole first season. I feel like.
I don't remember, to be honest with you. I would definitely have to watch it again.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
But that'd be a good because it would kind of include like another.
Yeah, well, we would also do El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie. That would be amazing. That would be part of the
universe.
The universe, the Albuquerque blue meth universe. 2000s is winning this poll over the 80s.
Yeah.
So you've had your influence yet again. All right, guys. So again, we can only apologize for the screw ups early in the game. I'm going to look at that bushiest / busiest beaver, see how it was worded, and it'll be either, the answer will either stand or we'll offer points for both answers if it was kind of confusing. And then obviously the Diwali one needs to be changed and updated. So we will definitely be doing that. If you go to our Facebook page at Quizmaster Trivia, by noon tomorrow we put up the post with our favorite team names and a link to the PDF with all of the scores, so you can kind of see where you finished. The winners will be paid out via Venmo. 150th place I picked 150 because it's how much Dwight wants for the telescope.
Ooh.
And then he trades it for some jelly beans. We'll get this George Foreman grill. Yeah, look at that puppy. We'll also be giving our best team name a copy of That's What She Said. Josie Miller, we have your name written down here because you said Hank Tate. You get a copy of this as well. So inbox us if you haven't done so already. I think you just inboxed us there. And we will get that prize out to you. We want to thank you guys for playing. Follow us for updates on other events. We'll be still doing virtual quizzes 3 days a week for the next week or two. That might go down to 2 nights a week. We don't know yet. We're kind of seeing how it goes. So it was fun tonight.
Thanks for playing.
Thank you guys for playing. We're going to go wash our faces now.
I'm keeping mine up.
Oh, you are? Sleep with it on.
My pillow.
Yeah. Just go wake the kids up in the morning.
Hi.
Hey. Thank you guys for supporting us. We are a small family-run business. I know some of you know us locally. Those who don't, who are playing from around the country, thank you for playing. Tell your friends and family about us.
You.
We do. We are being kept afloat by the good quizzes out there right now. So thank you guys for playing. We will be here Thursday for our general knowledge event. That's every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. And then Seinfeld is Sunday night. So that's it, guys. Thanks for playing. We will see you in 2 days. Woo! Okay.